What up, YouTube? It's your boy Pino checking in. I know I'm in the building. But yeah, man, I wanted to just speak on this. It's almost there, but not quite. But it's about a 2-year review of RTI, Riverside Transport. Yeah, man, it's coming up on 2 years. I got here in December 2019. It's December 1st now. You know, so it's almost 2 years. It ain't quite there. I got a couple weeks to make it 2 years, but we can go ahead and tackle this, you know. All right, I'm trying to think how I want to break this down. There's multiple angles I can kind of go about this from. But, you know, I will say the 2-year experience overall, let's just speak overall before we speak about certain things specifically. My 2-year experience overall has been a great experience overall. The only complaint I had was about my pay. When the pay packages were increasing and I still was getting paid the same, I wasn't feeling it whatsoever. But that all has gotten worked out. And that's the only major problem I really had since being at this company was the pay. I almost actually left December last year. I almost left. Almost said forget this. I felt disrespected. I felt undervalued. I felt like they had me messed up. But I stuck with it because I knew I was close to completing my lease and figured I'll work it all out. We'll figure it out. You know, we'll go from there. Everything has worked itself out for the better, so I made a good decision. I'm just sticking with it. Right now, I currently do a marshal's account. And that's driver unload and unload the trailers with the pallet jack. So it's been fine. It pays more than anything I ever got paid. You know, and I don't mind. I actually enjoy the physical activity. It's nice to get out the truck, work a little bit, sweat a little bit. You know, just get the blood pumping and stuff, man. I actually don't mind this account at all. I actually really like it. Besides, I got to deal with the lift gate, but you know, it's part of the process. But man, so there's multiple accounts I went under, and I spoke on a couple of them in prior videos, but I don't think I spoke on one of them. But when I first started, I started dedicated AMAR. That's delivering garage doors. We have a ton of AMAR freight that comes from. Run those loads either from Lawrence, Kansas or Mocksville, North Carolina. And that's where the AMAR freight is. And when I did dedicated AMAR, you'll take freight from one of those two cities to get you there. Bam, you grab the AMAR load, you go wherever you go, and then those AMAR loads go everywhere, wherever you want it. Go wherever you go, and they get you a broker load, get you back in that area, cycle, repeat, you know what I'm saying? Then eventually I transitioned from dedicated AMAR, and then I was just OTR. I just did everything. You know, I ran some of our FedEx freight, some of our Target freight. You know, I've done some of that, you know, and it's been smooth. I have ran almost every load from a lot of the customers we had doing OTR. So it was cool. It was a nice experience within itself. And then the next dedicated account like that I was actually on. And I did dedicated Target, but it's not something I really signed up for. That was just something I did for a couple weeks to help out the company. But the next dedicated account I really was on was dedicated tractor supply. And man, I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the dedicated tractor supply. Besides the loads going to Colorado. The Colorado load was kind of just too many mountains, man. It was just too much. But nah, for real, dedicated tractor supply wasn't bad at all. You know, I enjoyed delivering the tractor supply stores. You know, they unloaded it. It was smooth. The tractor supply account was out of Nebraska, Waverly, Nebraska. And the states I was going to was Minnesota, Wisconsin, Missouri, Kansas. I don't think any Iowa. So yeah, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Missouri, Kansas, North Dakota, South Dakota, Colorado, and that was Utah, Colorado, and Utah. Oh, and New Mexico. Can't forget about New Mexico. We actually had a couple stores in New Mexico we serviced as well. So that's kind of what my dedicated track supply count was about. And it was fine. You know, I've enjoyed every account that I have been on here. I've had, when I was over the road, I had 3 different dispatchers. And, you know, I enjoyed my experience with all of them. The first one, he kind of retired like 2 weeks into being my dispatcher. And the second one, she just changed her role within the company. She went to expediting. I didn't really want to go expediting with FedEx or UPS and all that stuff. So my third one, I was still with dispatcher. That was my guy. But you know, I ended up switching over to this Marshall's account. So you can say 4 dispatchers because I switched over to this account and now I got a different one, of course. But it's been good overall. There's not much I can say negatively. I still feel like the company can pay more. I'm always thinking that way. Because as drivers, we give up a lot to be out here over the road. And sometimes I feel like the compensation can definitely be better for the time spent over the road. And all I can really speak to is the lease side of, and see, I gotta understand, you know, this is a 2-year review. I have no idea what the truck payments or what fees or anything that they're charging people now. I'm not a driver recruiter, so I don't have that information. You know, so that's not what I do. So I don't have that information. You guys can give me an update on anything that, you know, may have changed. Because my truck payment, when I came in, the truck payments were $506 for trucks that was like 2 to 3 years old. I believe like $530 and like $560. $560 was for a new truck. $530 was for a truck that was like 1 to 2 years old. And of course, $506 was for something that was 2, 3, anything really 3+ years old, to be honest. When I came here, I signed the lease for a 2016 Cascadia Freightliner. Didn't want it. You know, I wanted a Peterbilt. I came here for the Peterbilt. But, you know, when it all came down to it, there's a story behind that as well, but ultimately there just wasn't one available at the time. And I was going to go back for one, but I didn't. I didn't. Once I actually reviewed the lease and talked with a couple of friends and went over everything, we just like, it was an 18-month lease. It was like, man, you can't pass on that. And what I didn't know was I had a full maintenance lease with Penske for that truck. And, you know, Penske covered a lot of maintenance and stuff. Because, man, ultimately, it wouldn't have been a great lease without this, if I'm going to be honest. The repairs I had to endure were a lot because the mileage on that truck definitely was up there. I believe when I signed the lease for that truck, and that's part of why I didn't want it too. The truck mileage was like 640,000 miles or something like that. I don't remember the exact number, but it was up there. It was up there. I believe that was about the range it was in. And hell no, ain't no way I'm taking a truck with all this miles, all these wear and tear. Like, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna give me something a little newer, fresher. I don't care if it's a longer lease. But once I figured out, you know, once I thought about it, that it's a challenge I was willing to take on. It was cool. It was cool. You know, me and my Freightliner been through some things. I've had to have a lot of different things repaired. Quite honestly, I won't even lie to you guys about that. I've been in the shop multiple times, very familiar with the shop. You know, but hey, that was just part of the game. But like I say, the fact that I had Penske, it worked out. It worked out. You know, Penske had my back. You know, I didn't go through RTI for any maintenance or any of those things, so I can't really speak to that, how RTI shops may be or anything like that. Because the only thing I ever go to the shop for is APU repairs. You know, that's all RTI was able to do for me. Now it's different. I don't have that full maintenance lease from Penske because now I own my truck. I would have to personally pay for that and get that set up. But yes, I can't speak to the shops. But overall, like I said, man, it's been a good experience. The dispatchers, they're cool. They work with you. They communicate well. You know, I haven't had any problems with any of my dispatchers. You know, maybe someone has had their own experience, or maybe they had issues. But me personally, I haven't had any issues. Like I said, my biggest issue I've had since being here has been pay at times. And also, let me speak to something. Yeah, this video getting kind of long, but the fuel discount sucks. All right, 12 cents is trash. You can't do much with that. That's at the Pilot and Flying J. And at the Loves, you get a 9-cent discount. That's trash too. You know, you basically playing pump price. I mean, you save a few dollars, you know, so I'm not going to sit here and complain. You do save a few dollars, but not much in the grand scheme of things. You're really better off getting your own fuel card. You know, if you can do that, you got your business account and everything set up. You know, get your own fuel card. You know, that may give you some better discounts than what you're going to get here. And as far as I know, it's still 12 or 9 cents. I don't think anything has changed, but look, I haven't looked into it. So look, guys, if you know anything I don't know, definitely comment down below and inform me. And if I'm wrong, you know, I'm wrong. You know, I'm open to that. But like I said, I don't know what the expense is and how RTI is doing things now. Are they charging people more for trucks? Or, you know, I know it's going to be difficult to get an 18-month lease the way I did. But you know, hey, if you can get one, that's cool. But you know, I know RTI offers full maintenance leases. Not full maintenance lease at my phone. They offer bumper to bumper, something like that, for their trucks where they fix anything bumper to bumper. You just paying that maintenance account a certain cent per mile, which I had to pay in the maintenance account as well. Mine was 12 cents per mile. Boy, that was very frustrating. That was very frustrating. But you have to pay a certain amount. And that amount, I'm not sure. You know, I haven't been on that side of the fence because, like I say, my truck was with Penske, and that's what I really dealt with. So as far as that, I know they have that going on. The trailers aren't too bad here. I done ran into a couple flimsy trailers that have problems, but overall the equipment isn't too banged up. You know, there might be people with different perspectives on that based on what they have ran into. I've ran into 3 to 5 trailers sometimes where there's definitely something wrong. When I pick it up and I have to get something repaired, but nothing too major. Whereas I'm just like, oh man, we got these brand new years trailers, nothing out, and everything good in regards to the equipment. Like I said, the trucks we have now, as far as I know when I came in, it was Pete's, Freightliners, and Volvos. Now, I know they have added internationals with Cummins engines, which is something that I'm in right now because my truck is in the shop. Actually, I'll pick it up tomorrow. But I don't know about, I know we still got Freightliners. I believe we still got Pete's and Volvos. I can't say for sure because I just haven't looked into that stuff much. You know, I'll have to really look into it or ask questions if anybody doesn't know anything, or you can ask the company, you know, and see what they got. And you kind of go from there. Most of the trucks I know do have APUs, but I know some of them doing Freightliners, they're going to optimize idle. They're not putting APUs on them, which, I mean, I don't know. You take, as each driver, you take that how you take that. You know, if you're a guy that really care about APUs or you don't really care about it, you're fine with an Opti idle. I've used Opti idle before. It was okay. It was back when I worked at Dart. I like my APU though. Can't complain too much about it. Alright, this video is up to 15 minutes and I'm trying not to drag this on too long. So what I want to do is just go ahead and end this. And you know, hey look, it was nice speaking to you guys again, checking back in. Just want to do a 2-year review. Any questions, leave them down in the comment section. Be sure to subscribe. You know, if I can help any of you guys out, any possible way or answer any question in regards to RTI that I actually know, I got you. You know, I got you. So, even checking out.